Let's try naming some covalent compounds off of their formulas. So I provided an example at the top, sulfur hexafluoride, SF6. So let's take a look at the next one. So I have one chlorine atom and two oxygens. I don't have to ever prefix the first element when there's only one. So I just call this chlorine. So chlorine dioxide. So chlorine dioxide. So di prefix means I have two oxygens. The next one, I have more than one phosphorus to start out, so I'm going to have to call this tetra phosphorus because I use the prefix tetra for 4 of something. And then I need to use hex as my prefix for the oxygen. So instead of saying hexaoxide, we drop the vowel at the end of the hexa, and we just call that hexoxide. Hexoxide. Go. The next one, again, I don't have to put mono in front of the sulfur, so because when there's only one of that atom, I just start with sulfur, and I have two oxygens, so it's going to be sulfur dioxide. The next one, I have one bromine and one chloride attached to that, so it's going to be bromine, and of course, since there's only one chloride, I'll call it monochloride, bromine monochloride. The next one, I have one nitrogen and three chlorides, so it's going to be nitrogen, and the prefix when I have 3 will be trichloride, so nitrogen trichloride. The next one, again, when I have hydrogen as my first element, I don't have to use a prefix for any of the atoms in the formula, so it's going to be hydrogen, so it's not dihydrogen, it's just hydrogen. And then selenium would give me selenide, hydrogen selenide. The next one, I have 2 nitrogens and 5 oxygens. Hopefully by now you're getting the hang of it, so it's going to be dinitrogen, and the prefix for 5 is going to be pent, so pent oxide. The next one, I have silicon and 4 fluorides, so I'm going to put silicon, and the prefix for 4 will be tetra. It is important to spell fluoride correctly, right? There we go. So silicon tetrafluoride. And the last one is phosphorus with 3 iodides. So this must be phosphorus. So phosphorus, triiodide, because I have 3. So again, the prefix is tri, so triiodide. There we go. So hopefully this video will help you a little bit in trying to determine the names of covalent compounds based off of their formulas.